Hope you have a wonderful day. If you've seen me before, that's pretty much all I've said on YouTube as of yet. I've not figured out what kind of content that I want to put together, so I thought I would just start with talking about myself and some of the ideas behind why I say to have a wonderful day, or to at least try. A few months ago I realized I was really not doing the best, and it had been pretty downhill since the start of lockdown back in 2020. I tried to always be a lighthouse of happiness for all those who wished to see that, so they could at least try to be as well, and that all started with saying my little line while working in an ice cream shop after being a bike courier. I was energetic and happy, and I really only needed to learn that I couldn't use my street vocabulary around children in the ice cream shop. So I thought that since I'm behind a counter, I'm just like an NPC in a video game, I'll just figure out a few lines that I can say. They might be a mouthful, and when I'm in a rush, but it helps to make it so that everybody who I interacted with would feel special. In that experience, I learned that one of the best feelings is just knowing that you helped make someone smile. In the line, "Hope you have a wonderful day," you can change someone's whole perspective on what they can do with their day. Though, since COVID, I've not really worked a customer service job, and that seriously took me away from the positive feelings that would be injected in my day repetitively. Just about every time I would see a smile after saying the line and seeing that it didn't fall away as soon as they left. In the time since quarantine, I fell away from habits and things that would improve my mood or get me excited to a certain degree. And I know that that positivity had a lot to do with the camaraderie between friends with similar interests, or even if they didn't have an interest in it, they would try to learn about why I liked something. My personal interests typically are held within archaeology, physics, and weird sciencey stuff where I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And I was a massive video game addict years ago, and a nerd, and definitely the nerd in my friend group. I never actually really delved deeply into anything that would be usable to progress myself, like anything that would be able to be used to further myself or go into academia, as I just was working and just trying to be happy. And I was focusing on the moment, and I wasn't really making much of a plan going forward. Not much planning really screwed me over a bit, and lots of being blown by the wind, almost, back and forth between different jobs and situations. I had let go of my personal ambition, as I felt that I would always fail at every turn, due to being incredibly unlucky. A favorite line of one of my best friends is, "If luck were a lady, she'd be laughing at you." Well, by the time quarantine ended, those supportive friends had moved on to better things, moved out of the city where I've been residing, and I had not made any kind of plan on how to advance my life, as I had always done things with them, and like a side character helping out, I would get some benefits when they progressed, but once they get far enough, they leave the side characters behind, and it's not any rag on them, that they're doing well, and I'm so happy for them, but I just know that I didn't do enough for myself. I never needed to plan because I had always been a quick learner, and I've come to realize that's really one of the worst attributes, unless you train it properly, as honestly I now have an issue with staying attentive to learning tasks that are actually difficult, but really necessary for a person to succeed. I had shot myself in the foot just trying to fit in with my friends and not focusing on myself. I never come to a dream that was mine own that I could realistically achieve with my skill set or ability to stay on task, as I had repeatedly failed and gotten a whole lot less confident. This got me into just telling myself that I couldn't succeed, that I'd missed out on going to school, that I would be stuck in this working customer service jobs for the rest of my life, serving others without any kind of gratifying appreciation at the end of the day. I had been all in my head saying that I can't do anything, that I shouldn't even try when there are hundreds of kids that are doing whatever I might attempt better than me. My ability to pull myself out of my depressive mood steadily got worse and worse, and I realizing I didn't even mean it most of the time when I would say my line broke my heart. As a friend put it, positivity shows others you are happy and able to go on, but that's just an act. Resilience is always how you pick yourself up and smile even through the worst of times. You need to have proper habits and support systems that can maintain that resilience. So in coming to this dark conclusion, I made a decision to slowly change how I go about things. I know I'm not the best at turning a new leaf, but I knew there was at least one part of my older, technically younger self that I wanted to keep, and that would be my line. If it's so simple and straightforward, how could I really mess that up? And I don't think I have so far. I hope not. I've been told over the years that after telling people things I'm excited about, to make a YouTube channel. But I never did, as I knew there were PhD academics that were making videos on the things that I was excited about. They were doing it far better than I could ever on the subjects, because I didn't really delve into school too much. Since most of the time I would watch those YouTube videos and then regurgitate it to friends that would never touch upon those videos, they always thought of me as like, dude, make it yourself. And I can't really when I know that there is someone who is much more concise and much more straightforward and teaches it much better than I could. So in going over what I do consistently, I decided I wanted to at least emulate a form of my previous self that was a lighthouse projecting happiness. The one thing I could still do from then was just say, hope you have a wonderful day. And so I spent weeks walking home from work, recording myself over and over again with 2 to 4 second clips of the same thing. I was scared to put anything out there and embarrassed at the simplicity of what I wanted to project. I have not made another kind of video for the same reason. Fear of embarrassment, or if I am to try to do an audiobook or anything else like that, copyright infringement. I was going to force myself to at least do 100 videos of have a wonderful day. And I'm actually surprised that I was able to get to this point. It did take me 152 days to get here, so I know I wasn't perfect, but nothing ever is. And I'm happy I still got it. I typically don't have the best day. I'm using this as a way to remind myself how. I did not think I would even get more than 20 subscribers, but every one of you who has joined me helps me have a wonderful day. It doesn't matter if it's just a few views or a screen of comments. Knowing I can still be that happy guy for others helps. I find it ridiculous that this simple line is actually doing well. And I know that with it being a part of me, I won't stop anytime soon. I put this together as I still don't know what I want to do to progress this channel, or even what this channel should be classified as, because I don't even know if that would be motivational or anything. It's just telling people to have a wonderful day. But I wanted to make a real video, or at least a long length one, for my 100th video day. I really hope that you have a wonderful day, as I know that I'm always trying myself.